The Torah tells us in this week's parsha, Lavan halach ligzoz et sono vatignov Rachel et trafim asher lavia. Rachel stole her father's trafim. The common understanding is that Rachel stole her father's idols, and this was based on a religious objection to her father's idol worship. This approach seems justified because later in the story, both Lavan and Yaakov refer to the objects as Elohim, commonly translated as gods. However, this opinion, brought by Rashi and reflected of the Midrash, is just one of many. There's a lot of debate about what the Terafim were and why Rachel took them. Did she really believe this would change Lavan's ways? Doesn't seem likely. According to Rashbam, the Terafim were some kind of magical object that could tell the future. If so, Rachel would have stolen them to prevent Lavan from finding out where they are and tracking them down. Lavan and Yaakov's referral to Terafim as gods will be based on these special powers the Terafim had, which made them conduits of the gods. According to Shazal, Rachel wanted the idols because even though she was not an idol worshiper herself, she still believed the idols had powers and could protect her. The Ibn Ezra says something similar, that Rachel grew up with idol worship, and it wasn't totally out of her system yet, and she believed in the powers of these objects. According to the Ibn Ezra, if Rachel didn't want the idols for herself, why wouldn't she have just destroyed them instead of stealing them and taking them? As we are learning about Kama in our Gemara class, the substantial difference between a ganav, a thief, and a mazik, a destroyer, is that a ganav wants the object for himself, whereas a mazik doesn't want it for anyone. So, according to these explanations, the Terafim actually were idols, but Rachel stole them for her own benefit, not to stop her father from worshiping them for herself. So, these explanations show that many commentators were not content to take the easy way out, but were willing to take difficult questions and suggest answers that challenge the common perceptions regarding our patriarchs and matriarchs. For us as well, the study of Torah is a constant challenge, and we can get the most out of it by probing and not being afraid to ask the most difficult questions. Shabbat Shalom.